Quick question. When you hear about AI getting better every month, do you quietly wonder if your job is still safe? If yes, you're not paranoid. And no, this is not fear mongering. But here's the part nobody explains clearly. AI is not replacing jobs, it is replacing tasks. And once your task disappears, you're left asking a very uncomfortable question. What exactly is my role now? Most people imagine AI replacing jobs in one dramatic moment. Layoffs, announcements, headlines. That's not how it's happening. It's happening quietly. AI doesn't take your title. It takes the repetitive, predictable part of your work. The thing that once took hours now takes minutes. Writing routine emails, summarizing meetings, preparing basic reports, generating first draft. So the job still exists, but a big part of the day does not. And that's where the anxiety begins, not from unemployment, but from invisibility. This is why job anxiety in 2026 is not really about being fired, it's about being relevant. For many years, many of us were rewarded for speed and execution. Today, they are no longer rare. AI is incredibly good at following patterns, using templates, and repeating what worked last time. And if your value was mostly built on that, the ground naturally starts to feel unstable. Think about a marketing professional. Earlier, creating ad copies or campaigns draft was a skill. Today, AI can generate 10 versions in seconds. So the real value shifts to choosing the right one, understanding the audience, judging tone, and knowing what to say. If your role stopped at execution, AI feels threatening. But if your role includes judgment, AI becomes leverage. The same thing is happening with analysts. Earlier, pulling data, making slides, and writing summaries took time and effort. Now AI does that almost instantly. What's left is deciding which numbers actually matter, explaining why something changed, and saying this doesn't look right. That's not execution, that's judgment. And judgment was never clearly written in job description, but now it's the most valuable part. Here is where it feels slightly uncomfortable. AI rewards clarity and punishes vagueness. When someone says, I just know how this works, AI silently asks, can you explain it? And if you can't, that experience suddenly feels fragile. Because experience that can't be articulated looks suspiciously like guesswork to a machine. You see the same pattern in software development. AI can write code, fix syntax, and suggest entire functions. That scares people who think their value is typing fast. But AI still struggles to decide whether something should be built at all, what breaks if it fails, or whether a shortcut is safe in the long run. Developers who only execute feel threatened, but developers who decide feel more valuable than ever. Same AI, very different outcome. That's a real divide forming in 2026. It is no longer technical versus non-technical, or AI user versus non-users. It's people who can think clearly with AI versus people who wait for AI to think for them. Everyone has access to the same tool, but not everyone owns the outcome. And here is a grounded truth that sounds scary but is not. AI produces output. Humans still own consequences. When something goes wrong, no one says, the AI made me do it. They ask, who approved this? That responsibility is still human, and that's where the real value lies now. So instead of asking, will AI take my job? Ask something more useful. What decision do I make that matters? What context do I hold that AI does not? Where would blind automation be dangerous? That thinking, not the tools, not certification, not buzzword, is your real job security. Every technology wave created job anxiety. This one feels different because it talks back. But history has not changed. People were not replaced by machines. They were replaced by other humans who learned how to work with those machines better. 2026 is not about humans versus AI. It's about humans who evolve and humans who freeze. And evolution doesn't start with panic, it starts with understanding.